that hurts. Your body's gonna hurt. It's gonna regen. Every you talk, and then every yeah, no. Yeah. You're gonna talk every, and then 3 times 3 is, and not this stupid 12. Yeah, and then every, yeah. Let's play with the cigar. Hold on. So, you already know. So, and of course, and then the, yeah. So, and then, yeah. Well, it will be forever. You're done with the politics. Don't get too excited, Max. You don't even know what life is. Oh no. Yeah, I have to laugh it off as a disturbing, inappropriated, and that's just who I am. Because my mistakes don't define me as a man. This is the asylum experience. the toe Rogaine asylum experience. Here it is. What were you just doing right now? And you're in between, and then right here, and then that means God, and also Harry. All right now. Yeah. 30 more hits, Max. What are you doing? You son of a... Your heart is just gonna explode, and it's gonna lower, Max. This is a relapse. The Max is a cigar. You're gonna have a moment. It's gonna get intense, and Max, the pressure on this. You have a star over there. It's just a star, and as long as it's not a, what I'm getting at there. Do I even have to spell it out? Yeah. And then the other, E double hockey sticks. And how do we stop it? I don't fucking know. Yeah. There it is. The whole. Yeah. And then that's your brain. You just made it worse. There it is again. You already showed it off. Keep showing off here. All right, no. Get it on with your night. I'm gonna start fight or flights. Keep smoking it. Like actually have a distress tolerance. Bust out the skill. Yeah, I'm supposed to do my homework for DBT, and it's just DBT helps the society from who have problems. This is getting me high. What the fuck? And all I gotta do is keep writing more. You're gonna watch these, write it down. You're gonna watch these good advice you give yourself videos. This is actually, wow. Did Joe Rogaine even tell? Yeah, he did. That guy. Not every bald is beautiful, Max. You're gonna shave your head, yeah, when it's actually starting to recede more. I'm gonna wait to see if it grows enough, and then I'm gonna wait to see if it grows enough. And then, dude. Wow, dude. Yeah, the friend group, that was an inside joke. What were the other ones? You never understand. You never understand. And that's a man. And he had no racism, but he was funny. True stories. And what was the other one? It's love. What can I say? And that's what he came up with that. You give this man a lot of credit. He said, it's love. This was way back in the day. Many years ago, and he said, it's love. What can I say? That was his joke. And shout out to him, not even going to say his name. Don't need to. And then also, it was the other two that I already said. I closed my eyes. This is a psychedelic. I'm not even lying. The pot is whatever. You're done with that. Yeah, you're almost now. It's for life. But this is like, wow. Close your eyes. This is DMT. This is how my brain is. Everyone's different. The brain, I already went off about it enough. Look, it's as simple as this. You don't have to perform here. Be who you are. You are who you are, Max. I cannot change somebody if somebody's not going to take that first step of life to, improve themselves. Jacob fucking Jones, shout out to him. Goblin as well. You're watching these guys before you even relapse. Why were you watching them, Max? I did, and it's not bothering me now. You're going to clean up your goddamn subscriptions. Write it down on YouTube. You're going to go over there. You're going to write down these good advice moments that you give yourself. There it is again. This is the nicotine version of the devil's lettuce, Max. Don't smoke too much. Seriously, this is a force not to be played with too much over there. Show it off. You have to learn what animals means through what your ex tried to teach you about. There it is. There it is. Old fag. I don't give a shish. At least, show the evidence there. Now, that became, of course, the creator of its Pepe was like, well, what the hell? The SS took it off. Yeah, because, Max, you were the edgelord that got taken. Now, whose talking point was online politics? Twitch, Destiny, Irish Laddie. I'm not going to say the other guy's name. Okay, he's not. These guys, you were laughing at them ironically. They were so terrible to watch, but you were addicted to it. The retarded debate, bro. Yeah. Because I'll give the sickening faggot in his podcast this. Debates are not what they used to be. It's just talking now, and it's like WWE, and that's what they're saying, and I agree. I'm done watching them, but that is true. The true and shine, and look, my experience, you don't need to know why, because I thought I was. You went to the therapist, he asked you, and you asked them what it was, you were like, you were going to give yourself at least a year, and then you were thinking about true and shine. You want to share a story about, you had people talking to you. Oh my God, that's a story for a different time. And you thought it was really, it irks you in a type of way. But that's the full story. Yeah, the fucking hormone you need because of the water problem is test. Well, you gotta wait until you taper your psych meds, Max. No, stop. But I'm actually kind of buzzed. I had over a year clean. I'm only saying this because I know how it comes across, and I already know what I said I'm on, which is supplements, vitamins, potent ones that are pure without any gina and what they put in it, and other chemicals, and then of course this triple combo, the heavy combos of the psychiatric drugs that you take every night. You had a good talk with your psychiatrist. I have to pull the narrative this way and spit it out of my mouth, because if you actually want to take care of your brain, I'm telling myself, this is mostly internal, and it was external, it was going off, and no, it's okay. But the going off was just, you imagine things, you close your, there it is, and you open them, and you can almost visualize, because you need a med until you're dead, mortality-wise, the span of life. Maybe, you're such a bad decision maker, that's all this is. Oh, yeah. Simplify the words. 3 more hits. And that's just all I'm gonna say. Oh, Max, this is so addicting. All I'm saying is, I'm not supposed to know. This sounds like really this type of understanding of the good orderly direction. I'm not supposed to know what happens with the Matrix. And I went off about it, and I read so much, and I was holding information. Close your eyes, yeah. You open them again. Look. This is somebody checking in, tracking my progress. I had to break the 4th wall. I did it enough times already. I know where the plan goes from here. I've referenced that and spit it out. This is the problem of me. I hold information and I bottle it up. How about I put it down on paper? I got that written down. This is the problem. of it all, impulse, and you over here, you the fingers on the pulse, you're like, I'm gonna stay over here and waste time. What time is it? It's that simple. You can just keep it simple. You're not stupid, Max. Stop defining things. Analytical minds. He already said a data-ridden head. As long as you limit it, you won't be left for dead. Ricky, I swear, there you are. I see you. I see all the characters. You haven't watched that in a while. And yeah. That's why I called him. You read the notes. It was good advice. So play it cool. Phrase things differently. You're not going to go into the crash out center. You just got to stop putting expectations. You get sleep, you're okay. It's that simple. You stop talking so much. 1-1-1-1. And of course, the energy is just, hold on. That's it. You really don't have to view things so intensely, Max. If you start giving out, you know you're not going to die. Quit catastrophizing. And it's that simple. Roll your eyes a bit. Yep. Retard alert. Yeah, why not shout them out? I don't even know what's going on half the time. I know I do, but the routine, the rumination. Predator alert! And then why am I, stop talking about it so much. Why? Because it's, the violent tendency. Scoot it back, who cares? As long as you're not too loud for too long. And that's all this is, you guys. Me, my voices, typing, my emotions, the rapid spiral of it all. My mind is a maze, which direction do I go? I'm over defining it once again. I sound like a pretentious man. The couple that are, they open, and then the man, he's just a man and you don't want him in your brain anymore. This is, of course, look it up online if you want to. Internet brainworms. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, you gotta view it a different way. Look, it's as simple as that. The slang on the internet, the Zoomer slang. He's cooking. Believe me, then stop saying it and do it. Get out there. Yes, this is like, but it's not too intense. Max, all you gotta do is go into the house. You gotta look at the advice, the to-do list. Okay, eventually in life, you're not even gonna need it. So then what do I do after that? Oh, it's not that difficult. You read the to-do list. You jot it down. And then after that, you actually do the things in life. Life is how you make it, yes, when you perceive things. And he already said about reality versus perception. You have good advice in there, Max. Read it. Start putting things on it. That's part of the whole to-do list of it all. Max, after that, you gotta laugh at some point. Because I already explained, it's like this much, it's this much exhaustion, it's this much hyper, and then, it's confusing, but stop being so you're verbose, and also you're retarded, so. Once again, go in there, read the good advice, and just slower. Inhale 4 seconds, hold it 4 seconds. That was good advice a friend gave me. And look, guys, Max, my voice is everything else. It is that easy to do. You go in there, you read the advice, then you go to bed, you get back to that sleep cycle, man, and when it gets bad, you're not going to actually be who you were a little over a year ago, because you really did break out of it. Give yourself a credit card. I stick to cash and a debit. Why did I? Yeah, because of credit. You need credit. Hold on. That's just the whole start of it all. And it wasn't even a good hit. Who cares? You can smell like a sweet stogie from the asylum that you went into the humidifier room. And that's just the whole thing of it. You go in there. You see the advice. And then You just gotta lower the emotions, dude. Tire yourself out with this. Don't inhale too much. But I want to do what I want to do. You know, you're not a greedy decision maker. And remember to watch these videos where you're actually giving yourself advice. Hello, knock, knock on, not him, not Mr. No, just give yourself good advice. Play it, save it, talk later, talk less every 3 minutes, every 16 minutes, you just, whatever, you add the numbers up. Every 23, the test that I took, the spat in a tube from 2018, I believe. So what else, man? I already said it. I already said it so many times. This is not fun. I mean, it is. Life is. I'm having a lot of fun, and then I'm not. I've already said the constant dialogue. So stop talking. Max, are you in this to actually live life? Get sleep. A good cycle. So you're not rapidly cycling and all that. The psychological. That's all it is. Yeah. And you're going to break out of it? Yeah. You got the good advice. You know what to do. So now do it. Yeah, it was a comment about BPD from Kermit Peterson from Canada, the sellout. Well, no. He said, eventually, because his brain was completely dissected and awful. Because, of course, the benzo. And that's the comment that I read about the glass wall. Just go look up JP, BPD, his explanation. It's like a dark lit room. The top comments, the glass wall, the split brain. As soon as I read that, I had been diagnosed. I'm like, all right, it doesn't matter. But that's very relatable. Yeah. Once again, what's the narrative that I would like to live by? And it will happen. Then make it happen. This does not fully define me. In order to get there, stop recording. Finish the cigar. And you'll be there in life, Max. It is that easy to explain, the Max position. I mean, the magician, it's like, it's the most incoherent, but then, good points. It's basically Kane and Stein, and then you, Z versus, you already said the conspiracy. So, that's just that simple, dude. You have the two authors, and you want to write books. Yeah, you wanted to many years ago. Then that woman, and you got to get over her, man. You were almost ready, and then it didn't happen. Why are you obsessed about her? Because she was a good friend and nothing more, nothing less. I've already mentioned her over the days. And why? Because she wrote a book. Yeah, you're going to criticize. No, you're not. You're going to respect her. You're not going to criticize her as a person because, wow, she dropped some knowledge about where you go, and she already said it days ago. That's it. I swears I'm almost done talking. I'm gonna go down there. I'm not gonna be a walkie-talkie or it's like, extreme movies, action movies. Oh yeah, and then the bombs and it's like, you can describe that in, of course, your mind. You already said the mind races. You've described them in the races. The races. So the autist who is, I'm not even there yet. I've learned enough. This is fun and games until you gotta live life. So stop. The spam. You're gonna write the sequel? Yeah, write it down. So what are you gonna write down? You already wrote it down. Start writing down your song ideas. You write down, listen to the good advice videos. Start titling songs. Actually do this. You're wasting, you have ideas, then you're wasting time. And it's that simple, Max. So what are you gonna do? Stop recording, keep smoking it? Yeah. Alright, so you read some books. This was the one book that you read about this exists, look it up. It was a real book. You read it either in the tech school or something. Yeah, I believe so. It was about a psychologist or psychiatrist who, was a man who, has inner relations with a client, a woman. You read that book. Is that where you might have read. He described things as if it was graphic. Yeah, and you realize, God, you're really yeah, Max, don't even do that. Yeah, what did Jesse P.S. tell you? One of the best podcasts, and Mike Red Bar is better, but I will give him this, Jesse P.S. He did the whole expose on Des Tiny, and yeah, that's it, because you're going to copy what you hear, because that's genuinely good advice from a man. He's a true man. I don't care if he's a funny asshole. I mean, look at me. Jesse P.S., he said, that this Destiny guy, or these type of manlets, I mean, I'm tall, and I don't give myself any credit. I still gotta be, an improver of life. Look, this is this simple. I mean, if you don't, he's an obscure show. It shouldn't be. Him and Red Bar should be popular. So the point is, these guys mentally get off on knowledge. They get off on knowledge, Max. That is something, you heard that, you're running with that information. Look it up. Good podcast. The Exposed on Destiny. Captain Adderall. Captain Adderall, a 3-hour podcast from, I don't know. It was a good one. And he said that because of Alex Stein, Destiny went to that one. And they were both debating, and it was like, whoa. And then he said that both those guys, and also, Diddler Dax, all of them, the 3 of them, and other guys who they have so much brain. And the guy, epiphany for a good reason. He gets off on his own. The man who taught you a lot. But your father is a great man, and this is not your friend. People get off on their own emotional farts, their knowledge, their ego. You gotta listen to this one, Max. This makes a lot of sense. It's beyond 100% confirmed on the roster. This is like, whoa, I just finished my cigar. This is like, it makes so much sense to me. Getting off on your own IQ. Smart-tarded me. Okay, but that's not. There's intelligence, and I'm dumb. And you're done defining things like that. My God. Thank you, Jesse P.S. What else did he tell you? Once he met the woman, he stopped. I'm too late. I got a date. Because now he has a family. This man, you want to meet him? Someday, hopefully. It'd be nice. But what did he teach you? This is not your friend. This is not, you don't know these people IRL. Are you this delusional? Oh, yeah, I know, that's part of the narrative, too. That I'm spinning the world, the gears in my head. I'm just reading off like a goddamn. It's really bad. This is parasocial paranoia. It's retarded. It is lame brain. Oh, you're doing it again. You're talking about, he talked about IQ a lot. Okay, look, whatever's happening in my head, this is mostly delusional, and it's grandiose, and yeah, you gotta stop that type of icky talk. It's a waste of time, but I just had an epiphany in the society of online people, and that's what they're doing, man. They have so much, the Wojak, and of course, that Reddit copied a lot of 4chan, and then what happened? Reddit had the fucking subreddit called the Wojak Army, and then you found out that's how, of course, Moots got bought up by, I believe, Japan. And then, of course, 4chan became really just unbearable at that point. And then what happened after that? 4chan got shut down by Reddit. I believe so, unless that's inaccurate information. You heard it from a man in real life. And that guy told you that the Soyjack subreddit hacked 4chan and then shut it down. And it was down for a while, and it's back up, and it's still retarded. And yeah, you gotta remember that. It evolved over time. Yeah, I'm so glad I did not ever go on what's 4 plus 4. I never visited it, ever in my life. And that is a gift from God. But you're doing it again. You're acting like Mr. Knock-On. Knock it off. Go in there. Yeah, no more ego. Emotional grossness overload. It connects to people. Sniffing their farts and smug. Wow, thanks, Internet. Sometimes you're actually helpful. Most of the time. Get it out of my goddamn mind. Oh, I sound like a victim. No. I'm an improver. I live life to the fullest, and you see where it goes from here. I am sick and tired of holding this information in. I'm not going to have a panic attack, because I try to have fun in my weird, it's eccentric. You're done with this, I'm not meaning even to stutter. And I'm going to get enough of the sleep talk. Go do it. One last thing. Verbose. Vocabulary. Thesaurus Dictionary. I do not mean, even though I do, because I am what I criticize. So Max, got to work on it. Write that down. Yeah, I know. This epiphany. There's something here. You got to actually go in there and prove and shave your face and take a shower, Max. But you don't want to, because, this is, just do it. I got something. Shh. Dark amp. Shh. No. You had it good last night. You're not gonna stop practicing. Oh, that was yeah. No, I swear to God. Of the wand and moon. Oh my God. That's something, all right. Goddamn, spit it out, suck the mucus down, I guess. So, wow, that's so gross. I can't believe it. You had it made, and then you lost it. Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah. What time is it? All right, about 20 more. Just don't even put a time on it. You're gonna go to bed, right? Yeah, you're gonna sleep in. You wrote it down. All right. Yeah. Sounds all right. Yeah. Sitting there, I wasted a bunch of fucking time. My mouth wouldn't stop, and I'm just down in the piano. It's something, I don't know. I taught myself this by listening to music. I took lessons then. I quit it. Here it is again. All this time later. The beginning of life, and this is Don't Start Saying lyrics until you have the fucking song. Record, no, lyrics at first. Just let it happen, man. Something like that. It turns out I'm all of them. Well, I'm an anarcho, a Nazbol. I'm a centrist, and I'm left and right. I'm a lipshit, a left. I'm all of them. All the goddamn stupid political labels that evolved over time. You can't do that. No, pick a side. That's a common opinion about politics. You're done talking about it, Max. The two-sided system, the third party, that party three, I mean, K-hole, man, went back to Japan. No, South Africa. I don't know. I don't keep up with it. Yes, that's good. You just learned information, then you cold turkey that crap. Online, the worst place to goddamn figure out about it from the beginning. And you're not going to keep talking about it, Max. You're going to fucking live life. Take the shirt off. Wear it there. Be like, I'm awesome, big man. I can't. No. See, because why are you asking your goddamn psychiatrist there? I'm with APD. What did your psychiatrist originally tell you and your mom and dad? Max, we did not raise you that way. You're not that way. Max, you did the retarded thing. You looked up a sociopath and a narcissist online. That sounds just like me. You're confused. I am, and I'm not. Because this violent tendency has to stop. I am, and I'm not, and that's got to stop. Thanks, Ricky. Why are you doing this, Max? You're not like, oh gosh, it's gonna get better. Then fucking focus. Oh, here it is, the camera. Talk. Where are your rings? You weren't this way? Yeah. You evolved over time. Your evolutionary tale. You met people in life, the social chameleon, and then you just couldn't fucking stop talking. Because they're like, oh, you're just into that. I guess that's who I am. Here's the fly swatter. Yeah, you were making noise with it. Then you wonder why the guy was like, there it is on the table. Because, of course, you're acting like, or one at the top. Then you're who's at the who. I'm sleuthing around on my phone. Who could it be? You're not supposed to know, Max. You're just supposed to go along with it, I guess. Or what could it be? I'm not a Nazi. I'm all of them. I can't do German accents, but you're going to do some impressions. Max, homework? Providing drawings. Yeah. Keep it running, though. Not your sentence. It's not. That's a long-winded, run-on sentence, Max. This is so much going on. Will you just listen? You're not going to... Your fourth wall broke enough. Look, I already admitted it 2 nights ago. The creation of this process earlier. Look, you just took it off. I had to fucking bring it up again. I don't know him. Personally, the internet is not my friend. And I keep mentioning it, but look. You want to complete this mission? You have the whole idea. You were prophesizing about it without even knowing. No, they had those moments throughout your entire life. And now it's my son. So you're talking to the farm man with his website. And you found out his email because you were there in the fucking bathroom. Admit it, man. You already gave the rest of the story away. For hours and all. Okay, really. An hour and a half. So 30 minutes for 3 nights in a row. I'm not even kidding. And you were like, you stopped talking, and then there he was. Many moons ago, and he was responding to you in your fucking head. So you gotta admit, a lot of this is an illusion, man. And a grandiose thing. But at the same time, this is parasitical. Internet brainers that are parasitical and parasocial. It's paranoia. Because it's mixed opinions. Like, yeah, I'm the hyper fan, man. And then, of course, after the hyper man who watches and obsesses about YouTube, a lot of your friends quit that shit decades ago, man. You're not that old. A decade ago. Something like that. Max, why are you still watching this drama stuff on YouTube? Why are you still watching all these content creators? And then you found out, well, some of them are watching. A few of them. One of the best and now worst is an addiction, man. Admit it. I already did. Messy and daily routine. Share later, talk less, improve. Go. Okay, and then gut worms. Taper the meds. Income. Money gone. You have your money. DNA test was explained through panels years ago. You already talked profusely about it. You're drawing. Show them off. Just to let people know. In my head. Yeah, remember that, Max? It's something. It looks sloppy and it's something. Don't poo-poo your fucking creations here, dude. It's simple. It's just shapes and faces. They're going on for years. Nice, you found some. We're starting to do that. I'm not even sure where life is at. I mean, you do, but like that's what's... Yeah. I don't know. It's something. You've had 2 different people say when you blow out cigarette smoke, you see face. You're starting to see that, Max. You close it, there's the cigarette smoke. Start drawing it. You close your eyes, you draw it. Close your eyes, you draw it, you have a lot of weights. Ricky, get out of here. Go back to Canada. No, don't go. Yeah, you can visit, move down south here. Yeah, just go back up there and down, up and down. It's a Chinatown. Max, you're kind of racist. It was within me. And now I have, it's whatever, kind of. There you go. I'll go with that one, that narrative. The other one you had before in this video. Then it was like, wow, it makes sense here. Politics, yes. Yes, yeah. Remember now. Stop. Keep it running. And find the shit. Yeah, of course. I can't even afford it. You can assume that. What? licorice chewables. You can buy them here in town. Tom's, probably not. Yeah. Well, there's a mission failure already. Everybody does it.
Oh, the heartburn's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be hell if you don't have something. You're right. You're taking sample not for sale.
Yep. Remember this, don't you? Here it is, expired. Not as effective. There it is, Max. He helped you out, you helped him out. Yeah. How does it feel?
Like a rolling star. Yeah, stoner, and I'm done doing it.
You know you wanted this, dude. Don't act like you're not a part of my life. You have said. You're like, oh my God, someone's stalking me, and now you suspect he is the guy doing it. Or the other guy, I don't know. That phone call. You don't know. You cannot pick up and assume that somebody's lying to you, Max. You've been so honest, and now you want to start lying? You were doing it too, yeah, I know. Who did you leave that information out of? Yeah, you called somebody, you said, I'm not in a good... Oh, who was that? Earlier tonight? No, sorry, the next day. But yesterday, you called, I'm not doing it. Yeah, you were like, the guy. That's right. You wanted to gaslight him. He revealed the plot. Too late. He's not involved in this? Oh, no. He gaslit you. Nobody is tracking your information. 3 knocks to that. Hey, buddy, what's up? Dude. I don't know what I'm talking about at all. I'm not. You get really emotional about him, though. The music is not even that good. I mean, the early bands. Hey, Max. Max was... You wanted this. You know you fucking wanted this. I'm breaking the fourth wall. I need to get this, meds. I'd like to talk about how high functioning I was. We're not riding on any, but the rats need to go away. The snakes and the worms, of course, the clown. Claus was crazy. Max, that was a podcast from forever ago. Why are you talking about it again? My theories, the unsolved mysteries, the enigma. This is not, you're not running the fucking show, dude. Remember that advice from your story that you told the second time in rehab. The second time in rehab. Yeah, you're not running this fucking show. Live life. And of course, intercourse happens with a woman in your point in your life. You know somebody, she's your friend, and then hey, you're a mess, and so is she, and you included Fight Club into that, and you don't want to sleep because you want to turn into a fictional movie character. Can you stop? This is the Max Astro Show, and I do what I want to. Rated M for Max Z. Yeah, you narcissistic asshole. Well, he's doing it again. He just won't shut the fuck up. He's morphing the chameleon, man, once again. We live in a society where Max Astro is just like he's constantly talking and he won't shut up. He's a caterpillar. No. A butterfly and a chameleon. The offspring, and here he is, the licker from Resident Evil 2. Graded, I've never played in 365, oh no. It's year round. In fact, we're over here in our corner, running it and spinning around so many times. It's going on till the end of time. That is, of course, the DVD in his head that rhymes with PTSD, and most of the DS, he learned enough information. But he just won't shut up, he morphs all the time. Yeah, so of course, that's a South Park reference from this. You already know what they're making fun of. But at the same time, it describes me. And I'm like this. The emotions, the chameleon, they combine. It really is like, you're playing a video. Fucking Ronnie Radke. Yeah, he's a rat. I don't know what he is. He's a stupid man from a stupid man who makes music. I mean, it just sounds bad. My opinion is done. The more you talk about it, there he is. Get him out of here. Fuck off, fake Tardo. Okay, can we just live life and improve it, or you want to delay it? I don't know what to do. Take the fucking shirt off.
Here we go, Astro. You need to calm your crack down. Your butt crack. Yeah, it's like you combined in your mind. Because you're good with imagination, Max.
That's why you're good with imaginations and fantasizing, which is a lot more than the SCX word. Here it is. You're going to wear the shirt because alternative subculture people wear this. And why the fuck not, Max? The show, the guy in you didn't like what the show was going. Right, because remember that meme that you read from the guy? And when he told you, you don't have to be just talking about BLTGB. It's people are into that. You're done talking about it. It exists and you're done. You're actually kind of motivating yourself to delay. You know, why? Are you so hyper fixated on this? The connection to this? No. Yeah, this and this. This, it's three. It's just, And of course, you you said it. So, down here. And that is, of course, going to be medically worked on. When you're in developmental hell or you're going up to heaven. You're not at that stage in your life, Max. Why are you catastrophizing? All I can get in there is my psych meds here. You don't know that. Do they have Tums? Find the stuff. Do it faster. The best lighter for a cigar. Of course, you can imagine drugs in your mind because you've done enough fucking crossfading faggotry. Then at this point, you're like, yeah, well, you know what? I might as well just close my eyes. Here's a crack and pot. And it's a crack pot theory. And it's the tinfoil hat needs to rip it off. What is this? You're being distracted. You read it later. Okay, here it is. You read it later, so you're not a failure. I swear, Ricky. You read it later, so you're not a failure. Get out of here. You know, the Ricky-isms. Yeah. Part of your test, you read a bunch of, not even gonna, no, you're not. Well, you read a bunch of words that weren't even actual words. It was gibberish, and you had to pronounce them. And that's what Ricky does. So, yeah, you're gonna self-diagnose the whole trailer park crew. No. The BBQIQ dialogue is within you. Yeah, it kind of sounds like one. The people need to hear that, Max. No. See, now I know the narrative. Which way are you going? The guy? Yeah. He's yapping at you, and he's probably laughing his ass off right now. How would he not be? Because I don't want somebody to... And then I do. Here it is. All right, good. Yes. Your fucking homework. Finally. Focus. Shut up. Oh, be as uncomfortable as you want. You got enough energy to get over there and go there, and you don't need the goddamn... You need some energy, though. You kidding me? My mind is a Monster energy drink, and it's a banned one when I get really intense in my head. All right? You know, you saw the banned energy drink videos. That's me, my imagination. You're going to drink that caffeine, though. You don't actually want to, give out behind the wheel. Take the NAC. Take all your meds. Go there. Not the night ones. Take your vitamins. You just saved yourself, Max, for one day. You're not a complete failure. The Saturday Savior. Now, yeah, it's an online thing. So I know all about it. Yeah, I do. And that's funny. It's something you watched online, and it was funny, and it was an evolutionary tale over time. Dialogue. Stop. Silently do. Yeah, don't talk. The guy at least said you. Okay, no. I will give him credit. I am obsessed with him. Not in that type of way. He had a lot of women in his life. And what did he tell you, Max? He said, you look good behind the camera. You don't have to be constantly talking. Just, I don't care what anybody says. That was good advice. And look at you now, and you got to improve it. It doesn't matter what time it is. You got the schedule going. Get your stuff. Go from here. Ricky, get out of here. I don't know, addiction mindset. Check out the channel. I don't care. Yeah, he sounds a certain way and it'll come across a certain way. But that's a real goddamn thing. And at least for me and how marijuana affects me. So you're going to switch over here. There it is. You know, you got the menthol. Stick with it. But then what is this? You saw it last night. You bought it impulsively. Stick to the pouches, but then ash on that. Get the ash on there. Yeah, let it get, just dunk it down there in like the depths. Because at the roots, and then I have it's like, you're intensely feeling it, but that is not. It exists. Oh, absolutely it does. But then you want to learn. And I've already hinted at it, so I gotta get to the bank. So I just wanted to say, not today. You know what? You know, Xmas, Zim, leave my goddamn brain. I don't know. I rebooted my life again because I gave myself a boot. Like there it is, and I'm like off down the wrong path of life. And it gives me just like it's fun. But since I'm running on zero sleep, and there it is. Yeah, you smoked it last night. Half a stogie. And you're in the humidifier room at the place where tobacco, your main addiction. And you're going to switch to the pouches. That is later on, so call somebody. But I had to spell that out once again. This hyperfixation on me got to stop. Yeah, stop. Yeah, you've overly, where it's like gross. This is like, he won't stop talking about it. I'm telling myself. Yeah, Max, it's a problem. Move on to the to do. You're talking a lot, but at least you're getting past it. You don't have to write it down. You gotta deal with this, yeah. And all it is lack of sleep. And what's going on with my brain and my body? You've talked about that profusely. It's a good word. It's a plethora of what do you talk about? You're overdoing, not. You're an overachiever. You are in the sense when you're constantly talking. All right, this is not a speed run. Okay, let's imagine a video game that you just there it is, the character, the OC, do not steal, and it's this character that just it's like the old school 3D platforms, Bubsy, or like the annoying catchphrases. I don't know. You'll shout them out too. Who the hell was it? Catacris, funny man from Bitan. And I had to say that because, my God, I'm wasting time. And yet, again, I got to record myself talking in front of a camera. It's old school. And that's what YouTube became. You're running with this narrative. You cold turkeyed it, but you heard that it evolved over time. Yet, YouTube is kind of back to its roots, where it's long-term videos, people talking. That's how it started out. And then this, yeah. So, I don't know, it's probably evolved. You know how internet time works. It's like, yeah, really, 2 days ago. I don't know, it's like, yeah, it moves really fast. I don't know. I'm running on that. Yeah, any zero. And then you ash it, and your ashtray is wet, and you just dunk it down there, and like, and then, yeah, you're done. Oh, you learned about, yeah. Turkey Tom, oh, and what did he do? And you relapsed on it. Yeah, you learned about that. As much as he's an asshole, and my red bars, who did, yeah, you learned lore through that guy, and you're done with that man. Because he kind of goes far and you wonder about him, but he gives you good advice. The internet is not advice, Maxwell. I mean, yeah, you get advice through the world and reality to, the robot. You wonder where that's technology, social media. Oh, it wasn't just a mistake. It was an addiction. And I'm also cold turkeying it. Besides music, and you gotta limit that too, man. This is life. Environment. As in, reality. The wind. The windshield. Finally, it's cold. You're not going to get too much with the wardrobe. Yeah. Max, you're cleaning up your life. Major changes. Pouches. You have enough smokes here. Yeah, blow it up. No, stick it out in the goddamn water. There it is. Oh, you're knocking it down. Yeah, this. There. And it's still in the water, but hey, call somebody. Record it. So I made some major realizations today. I mean, here's reality. I'm smoking a menthol. The chameleon mode ad is on and off because when chameleon mode, cools down. Yeah, here's reality, but I'm still describing my life. It's just the day in the life of. I said my name too many times. All right, so it all started. I already said it. I'm not going to say it again. So sleeping, you're more cognitively capable of bullying people. Why do you want to do it? Just enough. The energy is there. You cross it and you lower it. Yeah. Your speech, your socialization, your edge. You're not an edgelord. No, you're just edgy. You're not a lord of it at all. No. You're learning. And it's that goddamn... So I know what I look like. That guy went way further down the rabbit hole than I did. Of degeneracy, yeah. I made fun of him twice. And then, well, buddy, thank you for updating me. And you're done watching that crap. Just because you learned enough information. And that's you're recording it again. I don't care at this point because enough is happening. And I have no idea what's actually happening in reality. This could be a delusion. Honestly, in reality, yes. It is here life. And I honestly think I have like sensed something, and that is an energy that does exist. I'm glad I did not learn about it. I heard about it through a person that I no longer talk to. And of course, my first ex is not being brainwashed by 666 because she is not that retarded. She is socially capable of putting her foot down because we made a video forever ago on the YouTube channel when we were dating about goth subculture. And of course, fuck labels. Am I right? No, God, not that shit. God, the crunk core, you need to get that. No, get on with it. That was a stupid thing. It was worse. Being a gay elitist again. And you're not a reptile, you're a reptilian, man. But once you have enough sleep, you're gonna kind of want to fuck with people. Just enough to laugh at, and as long as they have a thick skin too. Max, you have a thick skin, then you don't. Get some sleep. All right, your life wants to continue out here. Here's the garage door. It says stop. Here's the stop sign. It's on garages. Stop talking. You're showing off again. You learned that from your goddamn roommate at the university. I have stories for days about that. This is a different time, different place. You tell life stories. Other people do. It's not uncommon. You did one. You tried. It was a half-assed one. Where you learned that from? The French inhale from your roommate at the University. Max, you're repeating again. You're going to go out there. You're going to get the mail. You're not going to be a fail, Max. You're not a failure. The lore you know about the goddamn internet. That's all this was. You don't even know the source code of it. Jake Gyllenhaal, the movie source code, the source of cracking the code. You know what to do. Go out there, take the garbage out, get the mail. And then when you fail, you have a success. Yes, and a sense of accomplishment. That is the good life drugs. That is the positive, optimistic view. And you're down here constantly. And then if you intensify that, you're, the guy, and he's getting high off his own supply of mental black pills he watched lots of it. And hey, he's nihilistic. And he's not. Yeah, nihilism. Who else believes in that? Banana Man, your sponsor and you have talked about nihilism. I'm just gonna fucking call him out because he's a good man. He has hopefully a wife. This is a good woman that he knows. And again, he knows the internet. And he knows IT. And also, he knows about quite a bit of the stuff that I do. That's a commonality. Now, that is what led me up. And now here's reality. I got to go out there, get the mail. I got to get the mail. And I got to march around here. No, you burn enough calories. Get up. You're going to lay down. You don't know what's going to happen until you do. You're not going to rage quit. Max, you're talking like this because it's the history of your life. You're done telling life stories. Okay. 4 minutes, allow 4 more. I have to, notice the time because it's fleeting, and then when it slows down, your box is in there behind you. You want to show off your artwork and arts and crafts with Max. Why don't you make some more shit already? Discipline yourself, dude. There's reality. It exists. And here you are on your phone with screen addiction. In my opinion, one of the most, anybody can be doing that of all walks of life. They don't even have to be fucking getting high and they're doing that. No. You're brave to get behind the wheel right now. Brave. Oh, he's so brave. Shut the fuck up with that narrative. It's in your goddamn head. You learned from the worst source of information about worldview and everything. You had, and yet you had friends who knew a lot about it too. What was the source of this? Online. Eventually it's exhausting because it's a bore, it's a snooze fest, and it's like addicting because it's ironic. You laugh on it. It's so bad. It's funny. Oh yeah, a lot of it is. And then a lot of it is like, okay, good points. But most of it is you were laughing at it and laughing at it because it's so fucking stupid and retarded, Max. That has been with you for many years. And that's why you obsessively watched it. That explains the addiction. And there it is. You're looking at outside. There it is. You're going to go get your mail. You're going to go back in here, walk around, march around like the other guy. And I got a plan for him. I got to explain this one quick. And I sensed the top guy, but no, I don't know. It's a situation. It's like him. In my opinion, I really don't know. Honestly, this is reality. This could be a delusion. You have grandiose, then you lower that. Because you were about the big brain energy and how it's destroying people in real life. And then people who watch stuff online. It's really just, people are like that. It is a dark path to go down. But then that's why you don't want to shave your head, because look at that. That's like the Wojak meme. Yeah, the fag meme. You have a big fucking forehead. You got to be able to live with it. Your imperfections, Max, they're not a problem. Destroy the self-image. Tears the tissue box when you're crying. You wish you could. Crying is not bad. I'm one of those. Like, no, it's good. You get all that pain out. You don't even have pain. Strength, yeah. Okay, there's the outside. Are you really like having that stupid? You're gonna go out there. You don't have a disgust for the outside world, because this is isolation. It's nice, quiet, alone time. Remember the times in your life when you actually, get him out of here. Oh, yeah, you met him at the conventions. Look, you gotta let that. No, I'm not. I'm putting my foot down. I'm going to the break it room, and you know where that's going. You can imagine it. Yeah. Now, Max, that was a violent thought. Be gone. The woman that you were gonna message. She's in a dark, messed up spot. This is not Fight Club, Max. That's a movie. Reality is right out there. You go out there. You're delaying it. Yeah, you're delaying it. You slacker. You're not going to have trouble making decisions, though. But this is the energy right here. Oh, yeah, I could go out there, day by day tasks. But why don't I just sit here and rot? That attitude is like snot. It's disgusting, icky, revolting, repulsive attitude that you just got to, yeah, there it is. There it is again. It's like your beating heart. Yeah, you can blame it on the pain. Yeah, you get over it. It's temporary. Yeah. And the waves are, because lack of sleep. You want to just take a nap, man. Yeah, well, it's time for some action. Strategize, prioritize, jazzercise the mind. Close your eyes. Oh, it's like the most intensive workout times 1,000 right now. Anyway, open up your eyes. You realize that this exists. Yeah, no, and you gotta get over it, man. Because you want to, and that is not a good thing to say right now, because that is not a good mindset at all. There's the fire extinguisher. It's humor, man. It's like, that's like the dark humor online. But that is energy that you have with your sense of humor. Now, if you intensify that, that's not good. That's not your friend. That leads to a path that is not even going to, you're not going to be the devil man. You know some people, and you have completely changed your narrative worldview about that. What did I say there? Naive worldview. That was a Freudian slip again. The point is, I know what I look like. I made fun of him twice, and that guy, he follows it, and you found out what he fucking did, and you wanna, that is aggression. Now, how are you gonna combat that? Drive it to the break it room. All right, you have your to-do list. You wrote it down. Yeah, reality is you have a notepad, Operation Sticky Note, and the notepad. That is to help you do by do, the routine, which you got to write to-do list. Now, what do I do? This is the problem, the root cause of it right now. Problem solve it. Yeah, get out there. You want to stop recording? Yeah. You do this too much and it's rancid, but a lot of the people, I'm going to try to just level out the rant with the attitude speech, but I'm catching myself a lot today. I've had quiet moments, and then I'm talking a lot. You already know it. I'm not going to say it again. Men's and what they do that is not good. The real Pride Month, unless, the ones who deserve respect and trust. No, all I'm saying is, you're not lonely. You feel lonely. You're not alone. You can call somebody. They're busy. Many of the friends now, in current time, the people you could talk to that are friends, in reality, they're just life, and a lot of them are busy. Even the guy that has time, downtime, is usually busy during his downtime. So go out there and meet people, strangers? No. You're not making that mistake. That is how you meet people, and then you're taking it. Yeah, then you learn from them, and then that's the road, that's the darkness out there. Yeah. As much as the guy, that is a true thing he said. All right. The distrust stems from, at least with me. I mean, I'm not alone, but I feel thoughts, and then I know it sounds like a fucking faggy talking point, but it's for a good fucking reason. I'm not alone. There's a lot of men, a lot of males, a lot of masculinity is suffering from that. Suffer, and it's also not just that. It leads to, of course, I'm not going to call the crisis center. I don't even want to act on that. What I want to do is go there to reset my goddamn body, to get out of this living environment. So, you're not going there because you want to act on that. Well, yeah, the tendency. And you're going to get busy enough. It doesn't matter if you don't have your medicine, you have your psych drugs, and you're just, I'm talking myself into it because this still exists. Yes, it does. And I need to reset my goddamn sleep schedule. If I don't, I am predicting because of the past. I reference it. I try not to obsess about it. I already know where this is going with this type of dialogue. Well, let's change it up. Oh, Max, you're strong. You'll be strong. You know what to do. I'm not quitting. I'm going to march on in life. You do not meet people in there and then contact them when you're out of there or somehow. No. No, Max, that is the road of life, and you don't even have to be doing drugs, and those are not good people. They're people, yes, they exist, but that's red. This got a pile of red flags, and you're getting lost in it. It's like, oh, they're all the red flags, and then you reach down, and then you realize you get sucked down into the pitfall of life, and then there's spikes at the bottom, and all the spikes are red, and they have flags on top of the spikes. Okay, Max, you're at least being creative in a way to impulse control there. Your fingers on it. And it was a shit post, and I played it. Yeah, the Japan noise metal man, noise music from Japan. Look, the point is, I don't know who started. Me. I started this life, and I had it, and then I fall on my ass. That's like a beat your out sense weakling scenario. You're not weak, man. You're strong. You're strong enough to. Yeah, I know. This is again a problem that still exists, and it's not a silent epidemic because there's a lot of information about it. So, internet makes you aware of things, Max. And when you read about it, you weren't even at that point in your life when you read about it. And now, look at you now. When life is like this in the moment, you have impulse control in a way where you'll help improve your life without giving up on where you want your life to go. And I dementedly ranted there. And dementia, and it's derangia. And I drew a picture of her, and that's a cartoon. It's something, man. And so that's the strive of life. You're going to bring your homework. You know what else you got to bring? So you're going to go there?